Hi everyone, and welcome back to Vlogmas. If you're new here, my name is Leslie. I'm Nick California here on YouTube and also over on Instagram and TikTok. And this video is the first week of December, knitting update, knitting vlog, opening advents, project recap, all of those things. So I'm actually starting this video on December 1st. I think it'll go up about a week from today, maybe a little sooner. I don't know, I haven't really decided yet. But I'm just gonna vlog opening all of my advents, project updates, and what I'm getting up to knitting wise. There may be a little bit of life vlog scattered throughout, but it'll be mainly knitting and advent focused. So come along, I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you in a little bit. So I'm really focusing this week on my stick season sweater, as well as I need to cast on an Oslo hat. But I'm trying to figure out what my goal should be this week for my stick season sweater. I've got my row counter all set up to tell me how many rows I have left to knit on the body before I get to the 2x2 rib at the bottom. And I've got about 70 rows left. I don't know. Let me see if I can show this to you. I don't know. Okay. So the dangly piece, I know it's not focusing, but the dangly piece is on the number 7 here, which for me, how I like to set this up means I've got 70 more rows to complete. So what I do is I start at the number 1 bead, I work all the way to 10, which is a 0 bead actually, and then when I move my row counter back to the number 1, I will move this removable marker down to the number 6, which means I have 60 rows left. So hopefully that made sense. I am an affiliate for Twice Sheared Sheep, who makes these row counters, and I use them on every single project. I absolutely love them. Would recommend if you've never tried one before. The link is in my bio if you're interested. But so I'm just trying to figure out and think, like, is it actually doable to finish the whole stockinette portion of the body by the end of, well, next week really. And it might be. So I think I'm gonna make that my goal, to get these 70 rows done. It is a lot, but it's just stockinette knitting. I can watch TV, read a book while knitting on this, so we'll see. That's gonna be my plan. Wanted to show you the update of where we're starting. Actually, I think I'm gonna put a little progress keeper on this so I can see where we started at the beginning of the week and then how far we get. This is my bowl of progress keepers. I actually made this bowl in a ceramics class earlier this year. Oh, this is one of my new progress keepers. These two from Whitney Marie Anderson. I think I'm gonna go with this. Actually, the white will look better on the stick season. So I'm gonna go with this little teddy bear progress keeper. I'm just gonna put it right on the front so that we've got a good visual of where we're starting the week at. Cool. Look who's hiding under my desk. Mighty. Is that a good spot for you to lay? It's kind of in my way, you know. Is that okay? I love you. Yeah. So I had an idea about my mini skeins, because I think the hedgehog fibers are all gonna be this like variegated slash speckled, and the botanical yarns are all gonna be like mostly solid. So like, what if I use them together in like a sweet shop blanket where instead of having a main color, the squares, like it's two triangles that make up a square. Each square is just like the two colors, a solid and a variegated, from my advent boxes. It would be like a super colorful neon speckly blanket. Wouldn't that be really cool? I might test it out and see how it goes. So we might get another December project being added to the list here. Winding it by hand was really annoying. I regret that choice. We're changing. Okay, I'm gonna cast this on. This was such a such an impulse, but I think it's gonna be really fun. And if I only have to do like one square a day, that's doable, right? Oh, you know what? I need to hold this double. There we go. Okay, so I knit my first square. It definitely took longer to knit than I thought it would. This took me a good solid 2.5 to 3 hours to knit. I thought it was gonna be quicker, but it was not. But that's okay. The thought is to still continue with this idea. I think this is a really fun idea to use both advents in one project. I'll definitely have to like make sure that the colors that I pull for each day kind of match with each other. If something isn't matching, then I'll just wait for the next day and see if I can, you know, rematch up colors. This one actually like works really well because the yellow from the botanical really pulls. I don't know if you can see it, but there are some yellow sections in the hedgehog fibers, so that's really cool. I don't know if I'll be able to do one square every single day just because it did take me a long time, but you know, we'll see what happens and you'll be along for the ride. So definitely I'm going to weave in my ends now, and I think I said, but I'm using the Sweet Shop blanket pattern by Laura Penrose. So that's what we just have. And once I finish this, after I finished it, I was working on my stick season stockinette, and it's Friday night. I'm gonna continue working on that while I watch some Vlogmas from other people on YouTube. So I'll see you later. This is incredible how well these match again. So we've got day 2 here. Look, I am like shocked that these go together so perfectly. Like the yellow, these are 2 different advents from 2 different companies, guys, and it's happened 2 days in a row. We'll see if it continues. But okay, so here's Sweet Shop blanket. These are gonna be the next 2 that come off this way on this side. So I think it's gonna look really good, and I'm gonna start winding these up and getting these added now. And I'm gonna watch some Vlogmas videos from yesterday and maybe today that I missed. I don't know. It's gonna be fun. Gotta watch my BFF Rachel is knitting first. I don't think I showed you, but I had this much left after my first square, and I weighed both of these, and there's a little bit more than 10 grams each. So my thought is that once I do all of the first squares, it's gonna be a relatively small baby / lap size blanket. I will add 24 more squares, and either I'll probably mix up the colors at that point. I was thinking I could use the same pairings, but it would be fun to like mix up the colors. So that is my plan. While I'm winding all of this yarn up, I'm just going to continue winding and get my Oslo hat yarn caked up. I've been putting this off. I've knit so many Oslo hats over the last couple of months that this last one is really testing my gift knitting willpower, but my brother, Jimmy, you will have a hat on Christmas morning to match your wife and your son. We're gonna wind it up right now. Oslo hat yarn is wound up. So I'm gonna cast this on probably later today after I finish my advent square, but I wanted to show you something. So every time after I wind yarn, especially these hedgehog fiber blue ones, there's all this fuzz all over my desk. And it's not just this, I also constantly get dog hair all over my desk. And so I bought this little tiny vacuum and I wanted to show you how great it works. Don't know if you can see that at all, but now it's clean. This has been like a lifesaver for my desk, so if you're interested, I'll leave my Amazon link for it below. So I'm making good progress on this, my second square of the day, and I just wanted to come in and chat to you about it. I remember watching Laura, this pattern is by Laura Penrose. I remember watching her like vlogs and stuff knitting up the Sweet Shop blanket, and obviously I've read the pattern now, and as much as I like read and watched and heard her say like this is knit using short rows, this is not how I expected to be knitting up the second color, but it's really cool. And I feel like I'm learning a new technique. I've never knit short rows in this way. I've only ever knit them on a sweater, so in the round. I mean, it's the exact same concept, but it's really cool. So I'm enjoying it, and I love how the colors are playing so far. So I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done with it. This square at least. We finished day 2. Okay, look how good this looks. Again, it did take me 2 to 3 hours, but today's Saturday, so didn't have much else to be doing, and I'm loving it. I'm really excited to see how tomorrow's colors play together. If they're also gonna have some, if it's gonna follow this like yellow theme, or what is going to happen. I think now I'm gonna work on my stick season sweater and lay in bed and maybe put a Christmas movie on. Sounds nice. Good morning, it's early Sunday morning. Do you see Rocky back there? I'm like about to go to the grocery store, but I can't get it out of my head that I need to see what today's Advent colors are to see if they match. So we're gonna open those really quickly. cute. That's a little nail file, Christmas tree nail file. These guys are such troublemakers. Look at that little face, Lillipop. What are you doing? Are you guys destroying your bed? Hi. Hi, my love. Oh, hey, Rock. Are you doing this? All of this? Thank you. They are such troublemakers. Okay. Went to the grocery store. I'm back. We have yarn things to discuss. First of all, you know, I was thinking about this while I was at the grocery store. These hedgehog fibers skeins, like, they're variegated. They have like a lot of different colors in them. So I'm not really surprised that they all have yellow in them. What's interesting is that all of the botanical yarns so far have been yellow. So we went from like super bright to light to we're back with like a brighter color again. 8. Though this is more like sunshine, I would say, than like the other two. But so we're still in the same color family. I don't know. I didn't, when I bought the botanical yarn one, I kind of just did it on a whim. So I don't remember if it said like a fade or color families or anything like that. But that's fine. I don't know. If there's a black bars on this clip, I did something to the camera and I don't know how to fix it yet. Anyways. So we're gonna wind these two up, and then I need to give you an update on my stick season sweater because I finished the yarn that I was using. I finished the skein. So I'm gonna cake up another skein of this, and I think I'm gonna do the collar. Right? With drop shoulder sweaters, I mean, they always look a little funky until you put the collar on, right? And it's a 2x2 rib, and I think it'll look really good. I think it'll really like bring the whole thing together. So I think that is what I really want to work on today. So we've got these two things, and I'm trying to convince myself to also cast on my Oslo hat as well. So that's what we're going to be working on right now. I've been really like dreading slash putting off casting on the Oslo hat, so I'm just gonna do that first and get it out of the way. Then it'll be cast on, and I'll do my 10 rows a day, and it'll be good to go. So that is, whoa, oh god. Just dropped a skein on the floor. Okay, that's what we're starting with. And then I'm gonna do my blanket square. And then then I get to do my stick season sweater. So just so you know the plan, what I like to do when I cast on my Oslo hats is get my little light bulb stitch markers, and after every 20 stitches I'll stick one of those in so that I can like count them better, count them faster and easier. Also, while I'm doing this, I have been knitting recently this year all my Oslo hats on the recommended needle size of 3.5 millimeter needles. Last year when I knit all my Oslo hats, I went up to a 4 millimeter needle, and I've been like testing, I guess, out the gauge and the fabric differences, because one of my hats is from the 4 millimeter, one of my hats now is from, this is not going to be long enough, one of my hats now is from the 3.5 millimeter needles, and I really like the density and the thickness of the 3.5 millimeter needles, but I don't think I'm meeting the like circumference measurements that are in the pattern, and that's why like the medium size neon pink Oslo hat I knit ended up being too small. Even the large that I've been knitting, I feel like they're not large enough. And so what I'm doing is, this one is going to be for my brother. I went up to a 3.75 millimeter needle, and I'm going to follow the stitch count for the size large. So hopefully this gives me, you know, a bigger hat and something that will fit him. Fingers crossed, because I'm going to be sad if it doesn't fit or is too tight. I made it about 8 rows on my Oslo hat, and had lunch and did some chores, and just really wanted to start a new project. So I'm starting my advent square now. We lost our light in here, but day 3 is done. It is a little bit more green than it's showing up on camera. I'm sure you'll see it tomorrow, but just wanted to show you I finished it. It took forever because I really like procrastinated on that one. So it's like 4 o'clock now, and I think I'm gonna go downstairs, maybe watch a movie and add this in. Pink. More yellow. Okay, I do have to say I am getting a little bit tired of all the yellows. But this is a spoiler alert. I was just like looking at the box and I can like see into next week's that they're not all yellow. So I do think it is kind of like a fade sort of thing. I just closed the doors so that maybe I'll forget by the time we get there in 4 days. But so that gives me hope that it's not just all gonna be yellow, but these colors do go really well together. And this hedgehog fibers really reminds me of taffy and oyster. Taffy is the colorway that I use to make my Sophie shawl, and oyster is the colorway that this bag is dyed after. So not a perfect match. I mean, actually, yeah, look at these orange and yellow speckles and the dark blue speckles. I think this is a, you know, it's called, all of their minis are called potlucks, which is, which is their term for one of a kind, but I think this is a one of a kind of oyster, which I love. These pups are just too cute. Little pup, what's your ear doing? Your ear's all floppy. Love you, pups. Yeah, love you, Puff.
I'm gonna have a drink.
Okay, I've been spending my meeting time today working on my Oslo hat, and it's looking really good. Can you see the two different colors? I'm really liking it. So I needed to do 70 rows and I'm down to 40 rows. So making good progress on that. Trying to do at least 10 rows a day, so I'm actually like a day ahead, which is nice. And I'm going to wind up my 2 minis. I really like this color combo today. I'm really excited about it, so let's wind them up. So we finished days 1 through 4. The start of my blanket looks so good. It could be like a little cloth size right now. But I just wanted to show you this. So I have decided to end the video here after days 1 through 4 because it's already a little bit over 30 minutes long, and I don't want my vlogs to be too long. I think if I continued this for an hour, or if I continue this for the full week, it would be over an hour. So we're going to end today's vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching. I may be doing daily vlogs going forward. I think I really like the idea of having them be shorter and sweeter. So stay tuned, see what happens. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!